I'm going to share with you my blueprint that's going to take you 1 minute to understand and just 10 golf balls like I have just right here to start seeing results. I have shown so many students this and they turn around to me and go, well, Alex, my 3/4 swing now, Alex, is going way further than my full before. Can I stay at that? And my honest answer to them is, why not? I've not hit as good at iron shots as I just hit right there using that drill in a very, very long time. With ball number 1, the first thing I need you to understand is this weight distribution in the entire golf swing when we have an iron, and that doesn't matter what iron we have in our hand. Let me show you this, because this is so important to add to that 1 minute to understand section. Our low point, let's say it dangles for where my sternum is hanging down. If I never transfer my weight, so if I always stayed on my back foot when I'm making this downswing, where's my low point translating out to? Before the golf ball. Now, it's never going to be that much, but you can start to see how that would be more scoop biased, more fat, and certainly thin shots at best. However, when we start to change this and we understand that with weight transfer, and I'll give you some great percentages right now, how our low point starts to move ahead of the golf ball. And that's exactly where the tour level players are. And that's what you can achieve very, very easily. It's not as hard as you think. We're looking for that low point in the swing with an iron, not to be at the golf ball. We're looking for it to be between 2 and 4 inches ahead of that golf ball, somewhere here. So if you can really imagine that club working down, it's hitting that ball and then going into that turf at its lowest point. And weight distribution has a huge factor on controlling this. These are the percentages I need you to lock in right away. So the starting point, I always swear by this. I like to feel I've got 55% on my lead and 45% on my trail. I don't know what it is about it, but I just feel like I've got a better chance of really getting that compression. It's almost like I'm starting to feel where I'm trying to get to. At the top of that backswing, I like to feel that I go into 50-50. Not swaying off this. I like to feel I rotate around to 50-50 weight and pressure distribution. Now, this is where it gets key. We now need to understand that we need significantly more shift in this direction. By that point of impact, your weight distribution wants to be into 70-30. And on that follow through, all the way into 90-10. So that starting point that I really like to feel is 55-45. Top of the backswing, 50-50, 70-30, 90-10. And just being aware that that needs to be the case and that needs to happen. I often find my students straight away get more compression into the back of that golf ball, just like I did on that crisp little divot. We're 1 golf ball in, and you've now got such a huge part of this understanding. And a lot of people will just go straight into this, and this is when my students go wrong. They start thinking about the wrists far too early when trying to get compression. We need to first understand is no matter how good your wrists are, if you haven't got the weight transfer, unfortunately, you're never going to get that smashing down on the ball. We've only got 9 golf balls left, and this is where it starts to get juicy. We start to add in the wrists. I want you just to grab the golf club in your hands and really give yourself a score of what your grip pressure is. I would say mine, when I'm playing my best, is sort of a 6 or 7 out of 10. When I'm at my worst, I'm definitely a 9. If I'm a 9, 10 out of 10 in pressure, how I'm not able to hold any of this lag. You start to see where my left arm and my golf club line up quite early. Let's flip this on its head. If I now give it a 2 out of 10 pressure, look at my wrists here. Can you start to see how I'm actually going to have a little bit of lag in this club now? I've got a little bit of softness within those hands. It might sound like a throwaway statement, but it's vital. If your grip pressure is far too high, we're not going to be able to load and hold this angle on the way down. It's going to want to find its way out. So even if we've got good weight transfer, we're at best going to get maybe an inch ahead or at the golf ball, and we're going to still be in that scoopy family. If we've got softer pressure, we've now got the ability to start to hit with lag. And this is where it gets super exciting. This is actually a section from my build-up blueprint over on the AE Excellence Hub. And if you are interested in that, click this link right here. This is a snippet of it that really gets you back on track and gets that pro level strike. And if you do love this drill, please do consider subscribing to this channel. This drill definitely deserves that. Okay, so what I've now done here is I've set up alignment stick 2 club heads back. And for reference, I'm doing this with my 7-iron. If you had a 5-iron, you maybe want to go to 2.5 club heads difference between the alignment stick. The closest you're going to get is around 2, no matter if you've got 9-iron or 8-iron here also. The simple idea of this drill is to train your wrists not to throw away the angle early. If you throw away early, you're going to hit this alignment stick. Many people on the first 3 do struggle with this, so don't worry if you do. Okay, we're not trying to hit this alignment stick, we're trying to learn to weight transfer and hit this side of it. Hit the ball and then into the turf. But there's a way I want you to do it. I want you to stand here and hit half shots where that grip pressure feels a 6/5 out of 10 and pause like this. That feeling of compression is crazy. For the first 3, just do it like this. Ah. It almost feels like it's a little bit floppy in my hands, especially if I've been sort of strangling that golf club significantly. Oh. Wowzers. Wow, guys. This is just a reset, you know. It's a complete reset for your strike. And hit one more, just feeling that half shot. Just like I am here, soft grip pressure. Oh my God. It really forces you to have flow and bring in the element of transfer and strike. With that soft grip pressure, you really do get that funny sensation. That's what I get there. It's almost like it's staying behind your hands. I've got 6 golf balls left of this drill, so hang in tight. Don't worry if you're 3 golf balls into this half swing, soft pressure drill and you're not quite getting results and you're hitting this alignment stick. What I recommend if you are doing that, and even if you know what, to be fair, if you are striking it great, I would still do this also. Have a golf ball out, have the correct ball position. So 7-iron, just ahead of my sternum here. Have a few practice swings where you do go around halfway back, you do load the club, and what I would class as loading the club is this, hands on my right thigh and shaft parallel to the ground. It's as simple as that. And then just softly, grip pressure, light, and weight transfer through. Look where I struck the ground. In line with my golf ball and ahead. Just do me 2, possibly 3. It's no problem if we need to take a step back sometimes to build this back up. And again, really getting that feeling. So at stage 2 within this drill, I'm looking for you to now make a 3/4 swing. And a 3/4 swing is where my hands just sort of move to around my shoulder height. So we now stand in, feeling that 5-6 out of 10 pressure in this grip. And we're 70-30 impact with that soft grip pressure. Oh, look at that beautiful hit. I'm playing tomorrow. I am using this out on the golf course. So that was 3/4 length. We would hit 3 away with that exact same length. And have a look at this slow-mo right here. I've got flow, I've got light grip pressure, and I've got weight transfer on that downswing. The feedback again, if you don't have enough weight transfer, this will give you immediate feedback. We will hit this alignment stick and you know what you need to do more of. Maybe soften the grip pressure, maybe hold the angle, and maybe transfer that weight. But I would just start with going back to those bare bones. Weight transfer is so key. Without it, there is no such thing as lag in your golf swing. Now the final 3 golf balls, let's imagine I've hit 2 more away, so we're down to our final 3. This is where you would hit your full swing. I have shown so many students this, and they turn around to me and go, well, Alex, my 3/4 swing now, Alex, is going way further than my full before. Can I stay at that? And my honest answer to them is, why not? Let's just stick with that. And the whole reason why it's starting to go further is if I hold my golf club up in the air. When we're scooping at this golf ball, so if my fist is the golf ball, when we're scooping at it, we're actually adding loft. So even though this does say 7-iron on the bottom, we're turning it probably into 8-iron, maybe even 9-iron at worst. We're just going ball really high. Whereas when we get great weight transfer, when we hold that lag, we turn our 7 iron into a 6 iron. We do. So a 3/4 swing that struck way better is a more achievable option, and how you can become a club longer without even thinking about it. Just look, if I go to 70-30, I've not even talked about lag, but look how I've taken loft off. So again, that 3/4, it's 1, ooh, that was a test there. 1 and 2, 3/4, soft grip pressure, transfer that weight. I've not hit as good at iron shots as I just hit right there using that drill in a very, very long time. So you can really start to see in just 10 golf balls how you can start to get compression and get lag with the understanding that you need that weight transfer and much softer grip pressure. So, so key. The final thought I'm going to leave you with in this video is where that left arm on the golf club lines up. If it's before, we hit the stick. If it's soft and it's after, let's say a foot after the golf ball, roughly where it is here, then we know we've got serious compression on that golf ball and what you're going to start to have every single damn time using this drill. Thanks so much for watching.